Consider the following types of electorates under Government of India Act 1935. Separate electorates for Anglo-Indians? Yes. Reservation for scheduled caste? Yes. Separate electorates for commerce and industry? Yes. Separate electorates for women? Yes. This all had started in this Government of India Act 1935 over here. All the statements are right. Which one of the following was a key reason for the failure of Shimla Conference in 1945? The Muslim League over here, it insisted on being the sole representative of the Muslims. Yes, this was a bone of contention because what happened in this basically Shimla Conference was organized by Lord Wavell, and Congress ministers, they had been saying that in our Congress ministries we are also having the Muslim representatives, right? But why in the Muslim ministries or the places, the places where they are elected, why there has to be sole representative only of Muslims? This became a bone of contention. British government, it never withdrew. Okay, it is this Wavell plan is also known as balkanization plan. Congress refused to participate in the conference. No, it never. Cripps Mission Plan proposed was not accepted by Congress. No, that's not the case. Okay. Another question over here. Cripps Mission, it proposed that the provinces, they should choose not to join the future Indian Union. Okay. The Congress, it rejected the Cripps proposal primarily due to the threat it posed to Indian unity. The Muslim League, they had welcomed, okay, the Muslim League, they had welcomed the provision allowing for the provinces to opt out of union. Basically, Cripps Mission Plan, it came in 1942, okay. Here, they were giving us the dominion status, and they were telling us for the very first time, they were talking that a constituent assembly will be formed in India. Is it clear? So first statement over here is correct. They were trying to basically make grouping, group A, group B, group C, right? This was being done. And yes, Congress felt that it was imposing negatively imposing upon the unity of India. So both the statements are correct and both statements are explaining statement 1 over here. Cripps Mission over here, you see, it offered Indian dominion status after the war, okay, with right of the provinces. It opted out of the union and formed separate constitution if they wished. It was essentially a secession clause, definitely. Uh, yes. Consider the following outcomes of Cabinet Mission Plan 1946 over here. Creation of Union of India with limited central powers. Okay. The grouping of the provinces into section A, B, and C. Grouping of the provinces over here, it was in A, B, and C. Explicit acceptance of Pakistan as a separate nation over here. First of all, yes, creation of Union of India with limited central powers over here. It talked that only the foreign affairs, okay, the defense and the communication part, all these three subjects, okay, this will be under the control of Union of India. All other subjects, they were to remain with the provinces. Second, there was grouping of the provinces A, B, and C. In Group A, Okay, there was Hindu majority province over here, which is your Madras, Bombay, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Central Province, and Odisha. In section B, they had Muslim majority provinces, which is Punjab, northern west frontier, Sindh, and Balochistan. Section C over here had Muslim majority provinces in the east, and this grouping it was one of the most controversial aspects, which has been later rejected by Congress also, because there is this confusion that the grouping over here is one we're talking about the word voluntary or whether it is compulsory. Okay, so initially Congress thought that this grouping over here it was basically voluntary, but later it got to know that it had been made compulsory over here. Okay, it did not explicitly uh, accept Pakistan over here. Basically, the idea was to satisfy Muslim League's demand for Pakistan. Okay. Consider the following statements regarding a Royal Indian Navy mutiny of 1946. It began in Bombay when the ratings of HMS IS Talwar protested against the poor food and racial discrimination. Yes, it quickly spread to other naval establishments across India, involving thousands of ratings. Yes, what happens that your own army is revolting against you, right? That moment you realize that you're losing the power in the system. The British government immediately conceded to the demands of the mutineers and granted them full amnesty. First of all, it started on 18 February 1946. This is absolutely right. Second statement, it spread. It is absolutely right. But British, first of all, it did not concede over here. And no amnesty was granted over here. Okay. It is in fact this time the British government had come to the realization that they are losing complete power in India. Is it clear?